Gunmen kidnap 8 persons on Ida Odolu Road in Kogi State. Benue IDPs accuse youths of attacking and dispossessing them of their food and other essentials. Tribunal sacks Plateau Assembly Speaker, one other. Away from Nigeria, at least 5 killed in explosion at mosque in Hangu City in Pakistan. These are the headlines on Trust TV News Update. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thanks for joining. Suspected kidnappers have reportedly abducted 8 persons on Ida Odolu Road in Igalamela Odolu local government area in Kogi State within 4 days. A witness who preferred not to be named for fear of attack claimed that he escaped from the scene of the incident, which happened on Sunday. He told Daily Trust on Thursday in Lokoja that about 8 persons have been in the hands of the kidnappers since Sunday, when the criminals began operation along the route. The Kogi State Police Command's spokesperson, SP William Aya, did not respond to inquiries on the incident. Over 2,000 internally displaced persons taking refuge at Baka Camp in North Bank area of Makurdi local government area of Benue State have accused youths of the area of attacking and dispossessing them of their food and other essential items distributed to them by the Benue State government. The IDP stated this during a protest in the area. The report.
The internally displaced persons who are protesting the action of the suspected youths in the area called on the state government to beef up security around the camp, when next they are sending relief items to them to avert further occurrences. Some of them said the best thing for them is to relocate them back to their ancestral homes.
It was 150 bags of rice, 150 bags of beans, also 150 bags of gari. They were shared inside, and also the youth around came and packed them inside their tent around here, inside here.
But this thing happened yesterday. Some of us cried. Every time anything comes here, they will not allow the government to do for the IDP first. They will start dragging for their own. So the youth they were angry. They started removing some bags. I myself, I dragged a jerrycan of oil. A youth gave me a dirty slap today. My back is paining.
The government should help us. The only help that the government will help us should take us to our village. Because in our village, we used to farm humbam kwasi. And that humbam kwasi, we eat and belly food. Here, we don't have food. How many days I didn't eat?
The district head of the area, as well as the youth leader, expressed disappointment over the attack and promised to address the incident.
Whether it was youth or the women that they started coming in, they were impatient. They started coming, they started pushing us. So that was exactly what happened. That is the only thing I know.
Not tell you precisely that it was my youth that done that. I'm just telling you that. We didn't know where those people just came from. They now came and then start attack. And that's where everything was vanished. They collected everything. It wasn't my youth, let me put it through.
Meanwhile, an official of the Benue State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, said they have taken note of the situation and will address it soon. Jimmy Azande, Trust TV News, Makurdi.
Following the insecurity bedeviling the Southeast Zone and the economic backwardness that is ravaging most businesses, leaders and stakeholders in the zone have met to discuss the way forward. Trust TV's Ajibade Praise was there and fastened this report.
The summit had all governors of the 5 states in the Southeast present. The Imo State Governor Hope Uzodimma, who doubles as the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, is the host. Captains of industry, political leaders, traditional rulers, men, women, and youths were all in attendance to discuss the all-important issues bordering the zone, especially insecurity.
That's coming. in this summit and the way forward from Lima. I pray that you will find time also to relax and enjoy yourselves. When you do, you'll even be amazed with the first-class hospitality our state has to offer. You may even be tempted to decide to stay back here permanently.
The Igbo child needs to be taught by the best teacher anywhere in the world, not to be taught by the teacher from his village, or needing medical attention to only have medical attention from somebody from his or her village. No, you want to have attention from the best in the world, and that's where we are.
The people of the Southeast, the governors of the Southeast, how do we meet regularly with the security agencies? How do we ensure that the inter-security agencies are able to share intelligence?
Recently, 5 security personnel in joint patrol team were gruesomely murdered in Himembano local government area of Imo, the host state. The stakeholders who attended the summit are of the view that better plans be implemented to enhance security and promote economical development in the zone.
Which after a week, we can have a blueprint, say this is what we want to do for Southeast, both for security, both for economic development. Southeast should be thinking of having a real network that will connect the 5 states of the Southeast. Southeast should also be thinking about doing a ring road that will cut across the 5 states of the Southeast to be able to have economic growth within the 5 states. We should be able to start talking about endowment fund for the Southeast.
There's been widespread punishment for youth to deploy tact in expressing their grievances and anger and not to take destructive decisions. I think that this is the right time.
Committed to stakeholders meetings, and I do believe there will be a sequel to this that centers around just the state. And at that time, the individuals or the actors you mentioned will be part of that effort.
The summit is intended to bring an immediate end to menace of insecurity, a goal they all agreed can be achieved through sincerity of purpose, driven by the cogent political will of all stakeholders, especially political office holders. Ajibade Praise, Trust TV News, Owerri.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on Thursday said that it secured a total of 3,785 convictions in 2022 alone. Ramia Ekanede of Legal and Prosecution Department of the EFCC says that he stated this while presenting a paper at the workshop on effective reporting of economic and financial crimes in Makurdi Zonal Command. He said the number was the highest in the history of the commission. Ekanede further said that the Makurdi Zonal Office of the EFCC had already secured 43 convictions plus this year, while it also made appreciable outing of 39 convictions in 2022, a total of 16 convictions in 2019 when the zone was established in Makurdi and only 9 in 2020 following the COVID-19 disruption. Acting Executive Chairman of the EFCC, Abdul Karim Chukwu, said the workshop was designed to upgrade participants' skill to enable them to discharge their duties as financial crime reporters more efficiently. Chukwu, however, urged the media to continue to align itself with the progressive aspirations of Nigerians to see that corruption is reduced to the barest minimum. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi has asked the organized labor to respect the June 5 order issued by the National Industrial Court restraining both Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress from embarking on any industrial action over fuel subsidy removal and related issues. In a letter to the NLC, TUC and Femi Falana, Fagbemi said that the plan by both labor bodies to embark on an indefinite strike from October 3rd was a violation of the subsisting order and a different disregard to the dignity and integrity of the court. The AGF urged Falana to prevail on his clients to respect the order of the court and allow room for ongoing negotiations between parties on how to address the challenges associated with the fuel subsidy removal. He reminded them that a court order, regardless of the opinion of any party on it, remains binding and enforceable until set aside. An election petition tribunal sitting in Jos on Friday has sacked the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Moses Sule, and Njuma Azi, representing Mikang and Jos Northwest constituencies in the Assembly. The sacked lawmakers are members of the ruling People's Democratic Party in the state. The tribunal, however, declared the former majority leader of the House, Nalong Daniel, and Mark Na'a, all of the All Progressives Congress, as winner of March 18 election. The petitioners had challenged the sponsorship of the Sule and Azi on the ground that the PDP was not qualified to participate in the election for lack of party structure. Delivering the judgment, the tribunal led by Muhammad Tukur said PDP was not qualified to sponsor the respondents for the election because the party had no structure, averring that nothing can stand on nothing. Justice Tukur said that INEC has failed to tender any authentic document that showed there was repeated Congress by the party in 2021 as claimed by the respondents. On Thursday, the Tukur's-led panel had dismissed 2 PDP lawmakers of the State Assembly. In a similar vein, Delta State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Asaba, the Delta State capital, has dismissed a petition brought before it by the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Ovie Omoagege, challenging the victory of Governor Sheriff Oborevori of the People's Democratic Party in the March 18 election. The 3-member tribunal led by Justice C.H. Achuhuagu held that the petition contained unsubstantiated allegations, noting that it was speculative and lacking merit. Omoagege, who came second in the March 18 election, challenged the declaration of Oborevori, who as the winner of the election by the Independent National Electoral Commission. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps in Rivers State has dismantled a newly built illegal refinery at Umuechem in Eche local government area of the state. State Commandant of the Corps, Basil Igwebueze, says that the anti-vandal unit uncovered the site through credible intelligence. Abiodun Yusuf reports.
The raid, which took place in Umuechem, Eche local government area of Rivers State, where the illegal refinery is built, is part of the fight against crude oil theft and pipeline vandalism by officers of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. Officials say the team recovered 20,000 liters capacity receiver open tank, 25 liters cooking pot, and 4-inch galvanized pipes. Speaking with newsmen at the illegal refinery site, spokesperson of the command, Olufemi Ayodele, explained that the site was discovered by the anti-vandal unit of the command. He promised that the officials of the command will ensure that all illegal refineries are destroyed.
It has a negative and a debilitating effect on the environment, causes environmental hazard, causes pollution. And you can imagine if this activity should succeed in this particular environment, it spreads across board. There will be pollution of the air.
The head of the anti-vandal, Peters Ibiso, explained how the illegal refineries works.
They'll connect from the pipeline, tap from the pipeline, vandalize it, then feed this one. When they feed this oven, it's from here they boil. They use different mechanisms. They can use gas, they can use wood to boil. As they boil, just like the conventional refinery, fractional distillation.
Meanwhile, the state commandant, Basil Igwebueze, has promised to make the state uncomfortable for illegal oil dealers.
We will always rely on actionable intelligence from the public to aid us in activities because we act on prompt intelligence, and it is intelligence that drives our operation.
The commandant maintained that the NSCDC has a clear statutory mandate to safeguard critical national assets and infrastructure across the Federation, assuring that Rivers State Command will not be deterred or distracted by the activities of oil thieves in the state.
You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Coming up shortly, we take a look at road dilapidation in Lagos. Details and more after the break. Welcome back. You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Here's a look at the top stories. Gunmen kidnap 8 persons on Ida Odolu Road in Kogi State. Benue IDPs accuse youths of attacking and dispossessing them of their food and other essentials. In other news, Lagos State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, has ordered the immediate closure of Ladipo Market, Mushin, for several environmental offences, including reckless waste disposal, unhygienic premises, and non-payment of waste bills, among others. He said the market will remain closed until the mandatory conditions of redress were met by traders and market stakeholders, adding that it was part of ongoing efforts at instilling compliance in markets around the state. Speaking on the development, Wahab underscored the critical importance of environmental hygiene in the markets, noting that it is imperative that markets in the state adhere strictly to environmental laws and regulations put in place for the well-being of residents. In his reaction, the Managing Director, CEO of Loma, Muyiwa Badegesi, said that the closure was expected to allow for a thorough assessment of the environmental impact of the market's activities and the implementation of necessary remedial measures, serving as a clear signal that Loma will not hesitate to take decisive action where and when environmental laws were flouted. The Nigerian Railway Corporation has concluded plans to introduce a new mass transit express passenger train tagged Apapa Express. The new service, which will run between Apapa, Lagos and Kajola, Ogun on the new standard gauge railway line, was part of the federal government's palliatives to cushion the effect of the petroleum subsidy removal. Though there was no specific date for the commencement of the new service, it will be the first time since June 10, 2021, when the project was commissioned. Director of Operations of the corporation, Akin Osinowo, said that the new train service will stop in 4 stations, including Bola Tinubu Station, Apapa, Mobolaji Johnson, Ebutemeta, Babatunde Raji Fashola, Agege, Latif Jakonde Station, Agbado, and finally at Yemi Oshibajo Station, Kajola. He further said that the train service will reduce the hardship experienced by commuters, especially those plying Apapa to Kajola Road. Now, Sino therefore appealed to passengers to ensure that they obtain tickets at the designated stations before boarding the train. Residents and road users have continued to decry the deplorable condition of roads in some areas of Lagos State. Among the affected areas is the Okoba Agege area, from where Aishat Momo filed in this report.
Residents in the Okoba Agege area of Lagos State are groaning over the deplorable condition of roads in the area. Okoba Agege remains one of the areas in the state with dilapidated roads from Orile down to Abattoir Junction. Some residents and road users on Ilobo Street, while speaking with our reporter, said the roads have become worse than they were in the past.
So we have suffered a lot on this road. Most people have fallen down on this road. Some are breaking leg, carried to the hospital, taken to the hospitals. When do you see? If you can see the road now, you see it's not in good condition. Sometimes they can send the children to go and throw away water. It can fall into the gutter, to the gutter, so that it will affect it. And by going down to the end of this street, we see canal over there. And when the kid enter the gutter, there's no way that you can remove him anymore again. So that's how we lost life.
Drivers plying that route also complained that the state of the road has forced vehicles to move at snail speed as they try to navigate through the myriad of potholes, while other drivers have been forced to change their routes.
Who affect my business too much? All the theater motor we carry no go come here at all again, save this road. This road is no good at all. Help us, Nigeria. You understand? What is about to do? Say we do it, we patch. We do anything here.
Either rain or no rain, it's very, very critical. The road is too bad that we cannot even afford to. We normally spoil our keke anyway. To the extent you can see there's little keke here now. Formerly, we used to have more than 20 kekes here, but most of them have gone to mechanic because of the road. It's too bad. It's too more than bad.
We don't have any access to pass the road when the rain starts.
They, however, called for quick intervention from the government in area repairs and maintenance.
Now, away from Nigeria, at least 5 people have been killed and 10 others injured in a bomb blast at a mosque in Hangu city in Pakistan. The explosion happened shortly after a similar incident in neighboring Balochistan province's Mastung district killed at least 52 people and wounded dozens of others on Friday. Now, Fazal Akbar, a senior police officer at Hangu, told reporters the 2 suspected attackers tried to enter a police station near the mosque but were fired upon by officials. Officials said that there were between 30 to 40 people inside the mosque offering the congregational Friday prayers when the explosion took place. The twin blast rocked Pakistan as Muslims celebrated the birth anniversary of Prophet Muhammad. And in sports news, the Falconets of Nigeria are through to the next round of the African qualifying series for next year's FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup finals. The Falconets made it to the next round without kicking a ball after the Mauritius Football Association notified the Confederation of the African Football of the withdrawal of their Under-20 women national team from the qualifiers. They were to fly to Mauritius next week for the first leg in Saint-Pierre against the Mauritius Under-20 girls, with the return leg scheduled for the MKO Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, on Saturday, 14th of October. And that's a wrap on the news update. You can watch more via all our social media platforms and also on our YouTube live stream. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thanks for watching.